Hi cuties, if no one has told you already, I want you to know that you are spiritually guided. For those of you that are new, welcome, I am Jem, and in today's pick a card reading, we are going to be discussing what is some advice that your spirit guides have for you. So, this is a timeless reading, you can watch this whenever. It is meant for you to see it right now. So, we have 4 different piles, each one using the Sun card. I'll talk a little bit about that once we get into it, but first, I want to let you guys know the different ways you can help on my channel. One is by following me on my Instagram, Gems for Cheap. I also have a DEPOP where I sell personal readings, each one 20 minutes long. You could ask for anything in the video. Just let me know you purchase a tarot or oracle deck, and then you can let me know what other decks you want to see in the video. As also, if you want to see initials, if you want to see messages, if you want to see appearance cards, just let me know. Everything you see in my videos are on my DEPOP and can be shown in your personal readings if you're interested. Also, it'd be posted on my YouTube unlisted for your eyes only. Also, disclaimer, I want to let you guys know this is for entertainment purposes only. This is a generalized reading. There is going to be many different messages for many different people. So take what resonates and leave the rest. Know that you have your free will to decide your future. Now, I want to let you know also, I read very candidly, I read differently, very honestly, so warning, there could possibly be some deep messages. If you're not ready to hear those things, this may not be the video for you. And yeah, let's hop right in. So, we have 4 different piles. We have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4. It also is going to be correlated with the pictures on the thumbnail. So whatever is the first picture will be correlated to pile 1, second picture is pile 2, third picture is pile 3, fourth picture is pile 4. We have the Sun card for pile 1. This is what it looks like. This is from the White Newman tarot deck. This kind of looks like a girl traveling on Mars. The depiction of the Sun card, the overall message for each pile for the Sun card. I just felt called to use the Sun card. Let's see what the Sun card, the definition is: positivity, fun, warmth, success, and validity. So these messages could be very positive and bring a lot of warmth. The next pile we have is pile 2. This reminds me of Egyptian history. I forgot this is like a certain pharaoh. I'm not really quite sure, but I think it's in the book. But once we get into your reading, I could talk a little bit more about it. But if this relates to you somehow, if you feel called to this image, pick pile 2. Next one is pile 3. This is the Sun, as well as the image on the thumbnail. If you feel called, you may want to pick pile 3. And then lastly, we have the Sun card. How brilliant the sun can be, intensely bright, clear. Get out of there and share your warmth with those that hold you dear. Warmth of the sun. It's like a child riding a horse. So if this image calls to you, you may want to pick pile 4 with the image as well as the thumbnail. If the thumbnail relates, pick pile 4. Okay. Let's hop into pile 1. Hello, my beautiful pile 1s. If you chose the Sun card from the White Newman tarot deck, this will be your reading on what is some advice your spirit guides would like to tell you. So we're going to shuffle your deck on camera so you can see that they are being shuffled. And then we are going to pull some messages for you. The first column is going to represent your past, maybe something specific about your past that they would like to mention, to talk about, that might help us with the overall message, piece of advice they would like to give you. So what about the past? We got Ace of Wands in the past. And we got the 5 of Cups. Okay, that's the past. Now the next column is supposed to represent you. Something about you that they may have advice about, or something specific they may want to mention. 2, 3. We got Page of Pentacles. Okay. 1, 2. Then we have the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. It's supposed to represent you. Now the next column is supposed to represent something specific you need to know now about these things. We got the White Newman. And something you need to know now. Knight of Pentacles. This could definitely be a career message, something about your career. We have the Lovers in reverse. And we have one more for your future. What about your future? We got 2 cards. Okay. Okay, I guess I'll take that. And then we'll get into messages. So I'm going to rearrange and come back to you. Okay, pile 1. So let's talk about the past first, because I feel like the past is important to pay attention to and to talk about, that may play a part in the story. So you definitely could have been someone in the past or have faced a possible failure and pessimism about a new passion you had. So this is like a beginning of a passion, and then 5 of Cups is usually, this talks about failure or facing a hardship, like a blockage. So this could be about love, but I really do believe that your spirit guides are trying to direct you to pay more attention to yourself and your own abundance rather than love. I think you could possibly be thinking a lot about love and what love will bring to you, but in reality, it's not about love with others. It's about loving yourself and finding love for yourself, as well as pursuing your own passions and feeling good enough and confident enough in your own abilities rather than seeking and needing someone else to fill that for you. So I really do believe that this is talking about your own abundance and your own material wealth, and your own finances, career path, whatever it is that you're chasing after, your passion. It doesn't even have to be like you making money from this. This could just be your passion, like a hobby you have. But one of the big things is with the Ace of Wands, it's inspiration, new opportunities, growth, and potential. You could have had a new potential with some sort of passion. So this could be love, but it also could be some sort of hobby that you were interested in, some sort of job, career path you were interested in, some sort of potential opportunity you were given. And maybe so many things happened in your life or kept you from being able to achieve whatever that was. It either just didn't work out, or it just didn't allow you to pursue it for some reason. And it may have caused you a lot of pessimism. Like maybe you were like, oh, I'm not good enough because of this failing. I'll never be good enough, or that why doesn't anyone, maybe if it's like a love connection, you're like, why doesn't anyone want me, or why am I not good enough for no one? Like just being very pessimistic, and maybe even like pessimistic that about your abilities or your talents, like, oh, I'm not good enough to be this, to pursue this passion or this career or this hobby. And I just thought of music. So maybe some of you were pursuing music. I don't know why it popped into my head. It could also be maybe like I just thought of art, like something artistic, music, art related. And the Five of Cups is like you face this great failure. Let me read the Five of Cups. And it has left you feeling very pessimistic about your future. There could also be some sort of regret, maybe how things ended, or some regret towards the decisions you made. Like maybe you were like, damn, I should have done this instead, and you're having regrets about it. But know that things happen for a reason. You know, just because you made a mistake or you may feel like you chose not the wrong path doesn't mean that it was the wrong path. You learned a lot, and maybe this career path, whatever this like whatever this passion was that you were pursuing, maybe just wasn't meant for you at this time. The timing wasn't right, or maybe they won't. This passion or whatever this is, this opportunity may not ever fit you. Maybe something else is later down the line for you. You could also be feeling, and maybe in the past you felt very disappointed that it didn't work out. And now I think who you are as a person. So we have the Page of Pentacles to represent who you are. You could be someone who has you could be having a financial opportunity right now, or another financial opportunity. Maybe you still currently have this opportunity, but maybe you feel like it's just not something you can pursue right now, and that's why you're feeling disappointed and pessimistic about it. But it's saying here, like, you have this financial opportunity, and you have great manifestation. Like, I feel like this is the earth sign. There could be some earth placement in you that is very significant. That could be currently taking control right now. Like, you could be finding more stability in your life, or trying to be more stable, more structured, finding more stability within yourself rather than other people. Like, maybe you're trying to be more reliant on yourself. And maybe you're kind of like pessimistic about this opportunity. Maybe this opportunity is still here, and maybe you haven't fully let it go, or it hasn't disappeared yet. But you could be feeling very disappointed about this, or feeling like this opportunity has already passed you, when in reality it may still be there. You could definitely have really good skills of manifesting. Like, maybe you manifest a lot into your life. Like, just thinking about things maybe you just thinking about things like manifest them into your life, or maybe you tend to write things down and somehow that manifests into your life as well. You could be very good at manifesting. I think also you could be creating more abundance for yourself. Like, you're taking the steps. This is the Page of Pentacles. You're not fully there yet. You're still learning. You're still trying to be more stable. Still have learn to have more of an abundance for yourself, to be able to provide more financially for yourself. You're starting to like get on your own 2 feet when it comes to your career, or just being abundant. And another thing here, the Four of Pentacles in reverse. What may be holding you back from being able to be well off financially for yourself is overspending, feeling possibly being a little bit greedy, and we have self-protection. So this could be mirrored. Like, I feel like your life could be mirrored when it comes to your career as well as your love life. Like, if this is a potential love life, you could be feeling very pessimistic about this opportunity because you are trying to protect yourself and have this self-protection, and just trying to like have more stability in your life rather than recklessly taking chances or risk taking. And that could be with your career as well as you in your love life. So whatever this opportunity, there could be a love opportunity, or this could be a career opportunity that is still here, like daunting on you possibly. Or if it's still here, it could be still here, but it could also just have been something you faced in the past that maybe you've left behind. But yeah, you definitely could be possibly overspending a bit. Maybe it's time to save your money. Try not to spend too much. Maybe start investing, possibly investing in stocks, or maybe invest in, maybe save, try saving your money, or put more effort into work, like making money for yourself. That could be something. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles and the White Newman. So something that they want to say to you, like a piece of advice, the main piece of advice they want to say is, you have everything in your power to do whatever it is that you want. You are the creator. You have everything here is here to support you. And it's so funny too. Look at the image. We have this cattle. What is it called? Bison. We have this bison here, like running, and then we have these cycles of the moon here, and then we have also a bison here as well. Like she is riding this bison. You have everything in your power to conquer and literally ride this beast of your life. Like you can literally tame this life, or whatever challenges, whatever you need to overcome, you have the ability to tame and ride it into the sunset. Like you literally can achieve whatever it is that you want. It talks about creation, starting point, divine inspiration. This could be a message saying to find inspiration again. Maybe lately you've lacked a lot of inspiration. Maybe you've been feeling very unmotivated, not really, kind of just like taking the days by, like going with the flow with the days, kind of just not really having much motivation, kind of just like, moving slowly, doing the necessary things, and that's pretty much it. Staying a little bit stuck. And this is saying you can make those changes. If you are interested in making those changes, if you are interested in pursuing this, you can do whatever it is that you want. You have everything in your power to create the world you want. Nothing is holding you back. Nothing is stopping you. You have the ability to create what it is that you want in your life. This is the starting point. This is the new beginning. This is the starting point here. It's like a half moon. It's saying like this is the time to do so. To start thinking about it, to start taking action. The White Newman symbolizes creation through action, taking action. The perfect and divinely inspired path results from movement and momentum. Act, innovate, make a world anew. Take whatever action you need to take to create the desired outcome that you want. We have Knight of Pentacles here as well in reverse. Knight of Pentacles says, if you create self-discipline, if you create dedication to be self-disciplined and discipline yourself, possibly when it comes to your spending, you can create this. If you have a goal, like in the future of what you want to become, of the dream you desire to become rich, to live in a mansion, you have everything in your power to do so. Do not limit yourself. Do not, negatively limit yourself or have limiting self-beliefs. You can create this future for yourself. You have every possible power to do so. Just what you need is self-discipline. That is how you are going to be able to achieve what it is you want. Find self-discipline, create a schedule. Tell yourself the days you're going to work, the days you aren't, the days you're going to pursue this passion. Go for it and find a reasonable way of pursuing this passion. You can do it. This is literally saying, like, you have everything in your power to fucking do it. Do it. Create this self-discipline. We also have, you could be feeling very bored in your life right now. Maybe things in your life are kind of boring, and you've noticed because you're creating more structure for yourself, that is what's creating more boredom in your life. Maybe you could find a balance with structure, being structured within yourself, but also being able to allow yourself to take risks. Allow yourself to take risks when it comes to your career, with your love life. You need the stability in your life, but it doesn't mean you have to stop from taking these opportunities, these risks, and believe that you're not good enough for that. You don't need that negative self-talk. Like, you have everything in your power, literally. You may also feel stuck a bit because you may fall into perfectionism. You need everything to be perfect. And listen, nothing will ever be perfect. The reason why people become successful is because they throw themselves into this risky business. They take the risk. They jump in with 2 feet. They're a complete ass in the beginning. They fail. Everything's a mess. Everything's disorganized. Everything is possibly the worst potential, the worst outcome they could possibly create. But you know what? They learn. And each time they do it day by day, they get better and better. They change a little thing once in a while. And they're like, I could do this a little bit better. How about we become a little bit more organized in this department? They're always finding ways to be better and better as a person. They take the risk. They go for it. They are dedicated, inspired to go after this. And they make it happen. They don't just give up. Just because the first time they do something, it doesn't come out, fucking A plus, doesn't mean that they're just going to give up. They know it's not going to be A plus the first time you try. Of course it's not. It's the first time you tried something. It's not going to be good. It's probably going to be shit, but you're still going after it. You know that with time, things get better. And nothing is ever going to be perfect. The way you pursue things, the way you do things, it's never going to be perfect. But you can always improve yourself and know with time, with these days, each day, take it day by day, improving the little things. Take a little, you can't improve everything in one day. Be like, what about, let me reorganize this section here. Let me try to reorganize my pantry or something to make it a little bit more neat so I could help myself start my own business or something. Like, you take it day by day, and that's how you improve yourself over time. Know that it's not going to be perfect ever, but as long as you can make it as easy and accessible for you to achieve greatness. Okay, and lastly, the future of this. I think you taking the time and believing in yourself and finding the motivation and passion and dedication to jump in with 2 feet and take the risk, you will grow to have more love for yourself, more confidence. You're going to see and realize, the more you do something, the better you get at it. Whether it's, speaking to others, whether it's presenting, whether it's conferences or meetings or selling things, like being a marketer or different things, you'll realize the more you do it, the more confident you will get in this subject. If you want to do it, go do it, and you will get better at it. You will find more love for yourself. You'll start to appreciate yourself more and be like, wow, I was able to achieve this. I had the motivation and dedication to achieve this, and I could do anything that I want. I have everything in my power to do so. Maybe that's something you need to manifest, something you need to write down. I have everything in my power to do so. I am good enough. I can achieve whatever it is that I want to achieve. With the Five of Pentacles, something here is you will recover from, if you put in the fucking work, you can recover from financial poverty. You will have the abundance. You will have the confidence. You will have the self-love. This is all the future. This is all the great potential you can have for your future. You will have that mansion. You will have that fucking car. You will have the great job you want. You will have everything that you ever wanted if you go for it. Don't stop yourself. Don't limit yourself. Fucking go for it. You got it. I really do believe that's something your spirit guides really, really want to say. I feel very passionate about this reading here. All right, now let's pull some messages. What are some messages that your spirit guides would like to say? We're gonna just pull a bunch of messages here for you. All right, so think of a yes or no question that you may have been thinking about. We're gonna pull out a yes or no question. Maybe your question is should I go for it? And if that is your question, I definitely do believe yes is the answer. But let's see what these have to say for whatever question you have. 2, 3. If you had a specific another question, definitely not can be the answer. Okay, and then let's pull out, I think this could be this right here. I have a specific thing that this could possibly be. I think whatever you may be feeling regretful about, in the past, that you're should I come back to this in the past? If this is something that has been left out of your life and it's not currently here anymore, this could be saying do not go back towards something that maybe was just not meant for you. If it's a love connection, specifically, if it's saying if you're second guessing whether you should retry something with someone or try things out with someone maybe from the past, this could be saying this has left you for a reason. And it's saying definitely not. But in the future, I think this is saying pursue your goals, pursue what it is you are trying to do. Whatever new financial opportunity you were given, whatever financial opportunity you can do and provide for yourself is what I'm saying yes to. Okay, now let's pull some more messages. What are some messages your spirit guides would like to say? Maybe some nice advice or something sweet, something you maybe want to say. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Manipulation, telling you what you want to hear. So there could be someone, for example, maybe this person from the past that maybe you're feeling regretful about. They could be a little bit manipulative. Maybe they tell you a lot of what you want to hear, and maybe they don't tell you the truth or what they actually think or what they actually feel. And they say those things behind closed doors because they want to, put on this shiny image oh, I'm, fantastic, but in reality, I'm not going to show you my flaws. They could be putting on a little bit of a mask. Don't assume, because you make an ass out of me and you. There could be something that maybe you're assuming, maybe you're assuming that, you could be also assuming something. I'm not quite sure exactly. Assuming. You could be assuming that maybe this person is a certain way. Maybe you have expectations about how this person is. If this is a person or this opportunity or this job opportunity, maybe you are assuming how it would be, and maybe you're fantasizing putting it on a pedestal romanticizing it, feeling like it's going to be fantastic. In reality, you're just having really high expectations, and you shouldn't be having these high expectations because you are going to be let down either way because your expectations may be too high for it. Let's pull another one. 2, 3. That could be mirrored in your love life or in this possible job opportunity. Become better at communicating with others. In the future, I think you will definitely become better at communicating with others, especially possibly in your career setting. Maybe even with your friends, with your family, with yourself. 1, 2, 3. Other views, other perspectives. Maybe there's other views or other perspectives that maybe you need to think about or see before you can really regret something. Like maybe you are regretting something a lot because you're only seeing your perspective on that subject. Like you are only seeing the way things fell apart because of the way you saw it. Like, for example, maybe you saw, the best way I could describe it is like a significant other. You were interested in this person and you thought that they were amazing, fantastic. They always told you what you wanted to hear, and things just didn't work out. And now you're like, damn, I wish I feel so disappointed or remorse or regretful that I fucked it up. When in reality, you may not have all the information, and in reality, that person maybe just started talking to someone else, or they moved on and maybe they weren't even interested, or they, in reality, it was divine protection because this person maybe wasn't the best person, and you just didn't see it because you didn't see other people's perspectives. You could also be possibly ignoring other people's perspectives about it too. Like maybe people are telling you like, hey, maybe this isn't the best idea, but you tend to just ignore it. We have branching out to meet new people. Maybe currently you're someone who branches out a lot to meet new people, or you could be currently trying to branch out to meet new people. Maybe specifically when it comes to spending your money, like maybe you're spending your money a lot hanging out with your friends to meet new people, and it's kind of like maybe not the best idea because you're overspending and not saving enough money for yourself. Know that you don't have to spend your money in order to make friends. Okay, what else? 1, 2, 3. We also have passionately talking. Knight of Pentacles, what was that again? What was the Knight of Pentacles? One moment. I think this was self-discipline, boredom, feeling stuck. Okay, so you could be feeling bored, and maybe that's why you're passionately talking maybe to someone, like in a romantic situation, like maybe you're talking to someone and you are passionately talking to them, and maybe it's just because you feel bored, or maybe you feel stuck. You could be stuck with someone and you're passionately talking to them. What does it also say? Self-discipline. You may need to find self-discipline and control yourself when it comes to passionately talking to a potential romantic interest. Like maybe it just isn't the good time to start passionately talking to someone. Maybe there's like possible troubles that could be caused later down the road, and it's maybe not the best idea right now. So that could be something. If it doesn't resonate, just ignore that. It could also just be passionately talking about something. Talking about this person 24/7. There could be someone that you're maybe talking about 24/7. 5 of Pentacles is recovery, financial recovery. And so there could be someone that may have caused you to lose financial stability, and maybe this is someone you talk to or talk about a lot 24/7. Yeah, I'm not really sure what that card is indicating. They could be possibly an earth sign. 2, 3. We also have understand other people's views, not just your own. Maybe you'll become more self-confident and loving yourself more and being able to communicate better to others because you'll start to understand other people's perspectives and not just your own. So maybe in the past you had difficulties viewing other people's perspectives, but in the future you'll be able to understand other people's perspectives a lot easier. Okay, let's pull some emotions cards. What are some emotions possibly in this connection that maybe need to be healed? We'll pull like 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. We have proud. Someone, they could be really proud of you, your spirit guides, for what you've overcame. Maybe there was a lot of hardship in the past that you have overcame, and they're very proud of you. We love that. 2, 3. Cares. I think your spirit guides care very much for you. Your friends could also care a lot for you. I don't think they really care if you spend money on them or not. If you are worrying about spending a lot of your money, maybe for like Christmas gifts or like different things like that. We have taking advantage. So there could be some sort of situation that maybe you feel like you're taking advantage of the situation, that maybe you should find more self-discipline in, and that's like a piece of advice that, for example, like maybe you're passionately talking to someone and it could be possibly like leading them on, or maybe there's some sort of situation that you feel like maybe not the best about, and maybe you need to find more self-discipline and how can I go about this the right way. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Sad. There could also be some sadness lingering that may need to be healed, and it might have something to do to why you feel or you may be taking advantage of the situation because there could be some guilt or sadness still resonating that needs to be healed. We also have balanced. I think in the future you will find balance, and that will help you find more love for yourself as well as confidence in making decisions. Okay, lastly, we are going to pull some of these cards, and then we will be done. I should just shuffle these nowhere near these cards because they're always flying everywhere. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Living in my van. You may have struggled in the past, and maybe you lived in a van. Maybe you were really financially struggling in the past, and for example, you were living in a van, and maybe there's an opportunity that was given to you, but maybe just wasn't the best for you at the time, and you may have regret for not taking it. But listen, whatever it was not meant for you. It wasn't the best for you, and something is coming better down the line. We have respectful boss. Maybe you will end up getting a lot nicer boss. Maybe there was a boss in the past that maybe wasn't respectful, but now you're getting more of a respectful boss, someone who treats you nicer. We have 2, I think. We have children are expensive. Maybe you have children, you're living with children or have children. If it doesn't resonate, ignore it, but maybe you struggle with your expenses when it comes to your children. Maybe you spend a lot of money on your children, and it's saying like children are expensive. Maybe you're also second guessing whether you want a child or not, and this is saying children are expensive. Maybe it just isn't the best time right now. We also have buying a new home. You could be possibly contemplating buying a new home, and you may be able to buy a new home in the future. We also have giving too much away. This came out of nowhere, so you could possibly be giving too much of your money away. Maybe you're acting a little bit too generous. Maybe you need to start saving your money rather than spending it all on other people. and maybe even yourself to save your money. Okay, now we're gonna do some love messages. Maybe there's some love messages that need to be said. There's some love messages that need to be said. We'll pull like 4. 1. Oh, we have physical touch love language. This could be your love language, or this could be someone maybe from the past love language that could be coming in this reading a little bit, maybe being expressed, talked about in this reading. 3. We also have always fixes your hair or rubs your back when you need comfort. There could be someone here that really cares about you and doesn't need to be bought all these nice shiny gifts. Maybe maybe you've been spending a lot of money on them to show that you care, and it's kind of like, this person is going to love you either way. They will still fix your hair, they still rub your back, they still care for you, they authentically love you. You don't need to reciprocate constantly buying them stuff. They will still love you either way. It's not a what is it called? It's not a expense. Like, it's not a mutual payment. You don't need to reimburse payment. Like, you don't need to feel like the need to give something back all the time. People do this out of their own love. Like, you don't have to feel like you need to give something back, because they don't do it for you to do something back to them. They do it because they love you. They do it because they care. You don't need to reciprocate. We have passionate, fiery love. There could definitely be someone here that you could be passionately talking to, maybe having passionate love or passionately talking, and maybe you just aren't ready for the relationship, or maybe they're not ready, and someone could be possibly taking advantage of the situation a little bit. I have a feeling that it may more likely be you rather than them, because I feel like this person, I mean, take it how it resonates, I guess. I feel like it might be like you that maybe needs to focus more on yourself, because we do have self-love, self-confidence. We talk about a lot of you. So I feel like you need to work on yourself, your career, your destiny, whatever it is that you need to do. I think it's okay to still have this person in your life, of course, but maybe cool down a little bit on the codependency. Like, maybe being a little bit too attached to this person. Maybe pull back and be like, hey, like, I need some time to work on myself. When I'm ready, then I'll be ready for a relationship. If that doesn't resonate, ignore it. 2. Okay, and then lastly, we have someone in this relationship is taking and not giving. So someone in this relationship, so if this was a relationship, for example, like what I'm talking about, this relationship, someone could be taking and not giving. For example, like, maybe they're taking a lot right now because maybe you are giving a lot to them, so they don't really have like space or time to give anything back to you. Like, they can't reciprocate because they just don't have, you haven't given them the opportunity to. So that could be a message. Or maybe it's saying that maybe they're taking a lot more from you rather than giving. Like, maybe this other person is taking more. They could also be, maybe, like I said, someone who's maybe possibly taking advantage of the situation a little bit. There may be needs. This situation may need for some boundaries, setting some healthy boundaries. Okay, they could also possibly be a fire sign. All right. I think that is all I have for you, Pile 1. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a like and consider subscribing. And I'll see you in one of my next ones. Bye! Hello, my beautiful Pile 2s. If you chose this sun card and the second image on the thumbnail, this will be your reading on what your spirit guides, what type of advice your spirit guides have for you. So, we are going to pull some tarot, and we're going to talk about, first we're going to talk a little bit about your past, something specific about your past that might be significant in this reading, something they may be bringing back to talk about, some, because, you know, you learn from your past, and history is important, so they may be trying to bring up something specific. We're gonna pull like 2 cards for your past. Okay, we have the Hangman. And then let's pull 1 more for your past. We have the Three of Swords. Okay, so you definitely could have had past heartbreak, some sort of betrayal, some sort of heartbreak that has hurt you. Who are you as a person? Something about you that might be significant in this story that might help us understand what spirit guides are trying to say. We have 10 of Swords. Okay. I think this is recovery. From pain, I believe, but I could be wrong. Let's pull 1 more. You, to represent you, and we have the Sun. Interesting. So, that's funny. Now, what do you need to do right now? What is the advice they need to know right now? What is the advice they need to know? Pile 2 needs to know right now. We have the Magician. Okay, 1. To give us another card to help us understand what advice pile 2 needs to know right now. 2, 3. We have 5 of Cups. We also had 5 of Cups in the last reading as well. And what is the future of this situation? What is the future for them if they were to listen to your advice? We have 6 of Coins. And we have 2 of Cups. Beautiful. Okay, so this could definitely be a love reading. Possible love reading. This could be talking about romance. Romance. Could be a love reading talking about your love. Your love. Piece of advice for your love. I'm gonna reorganize and I'll come back to you. Okay, my beautiful pile 2s. Let's talk about the past. I know the past can sometimes be hard to discuss because sometimes things are re-brought up, reliving, and rethought about, but know that sometimes it's good to bring up the past because each and every time you do it, you rethink about it, you re-understand it, and you don't allow yourself to fully repress it or force yourself to forget. Because when you do repress, this is what causes unhealed trauma. So, if this is a love connection, this obviously doesn't have to be. There could have been. This is up for your own interpretation, whether it's love or not. But there has definitely been someone in the past, whoever this is. They also could possibly have long hair just because this person has their hair in a bun. Doesn't have to be, of course, but could possibly be someone from the past, someone in the past, possibly a male. Because I think in this story it's a male, but it doesn't have to be. Someone from the past may have hurt you, may have restricted you, may have caused you to sacrifice a lot for them. Whether it's sacrificing your own well-being, your own mental health, maybe I feel like you gave a whole lot for this person. You sacrificed everything for this person, maybe even your family. Maybe this cut ties between you and your family. Maybe this has caused like issues between you and your family. Or created like space between you and your family because of this person. Maybe this person they could have also, I think this could be far, far in the past. Like, I don't think it's any time. I don't think it's like yesterday or any day as soon as that. Like, I think it has been some time because we have the hangman, and it's like now you may have learned a lot from this, that you now wait around and you wait. Like, it's saying, like, the hangman ceases forward momentum to avoid disaster and instead favor reflection. Sleeping Beauty is a symbol of status, with the options of sleep or death. She chooses to wait for more favorable conditions. You could have been in a situation that it was like there was no other way better than to stay. And maybe that was like a very tricky situation because it was like you had no better option but to wait for a better time, to a better like time for better options. Like, for example, if this was someone that you were stuck with, or it felt like you couldn't leave this relationship, if this was like a love relationship, you felt like it was best to wait until there was better options, better opportunities. Possibly, like, maybe you lived with this person and you couldn't, live on your own. Maybe maybe there was something that was keeping you stuck with this person, and it was like there was no each option you wanted to take wasn't a good one. Like, there was no better options. It was like either death or sleeping for the rest of your life. And it was like, I don't want to do either one of those, so I'm going to wait and wait patiently to possibly get better options. So that could be maybe with love. Like, maybe you didn't leave this connection, you were waiting for someone to come rescue you, like, from this connection, from this situation. I think this person, whoever this is, this shadow person, they could have caused you a lot of pain, a lot of suffering. We have the Three of Swords here. A lot of heartbreak, grieving. You may have even harmed yourself, like self-harm. I'm not going to get too much into that because I don't want to... you catch my drift. It could have been also a big separation. You ended up, the best option of this was in order, like maybe in the, like later on down the line, it was like the best option was to separate from this person. There could have been a lot of grief, a lot of sadness. But I believe that you may have learned a lot from this, and now you are learning that it's always better to wait and think things out before possibly getting into another impulsive relationship like maybe this one was. If that doesn't resonate, that could just be a message for someone, but that is what I'm getting for the past. Who you are as a person, with the Ten of Swords in reverse. Surviving disaster, recovery, regeneration, the inevitable. I think you faced the inevitable end of this connection. You have faced a very difficult time, and you're a survivor. Like, you literally have survived this disaster, and you are the sun. Like, this is such a, like, beautiful... Honestly, I feel very, like... This is such a beautiful row right here. Like, you are literally, like, you are the survivor. You were able to get through this. And you are the beautiful sun. The warmth. You could be someone who's very kind. Very, very kind person. Very sweet, very generous, very loving. You may love people who don't even deserve it. Like, you could be someone that has such a kind heart, and what sucks the most about it is usually the people with the most kind hearts are the ones that get taken advantage of the most. And it really fucking sucks because it's like people in this world do not deserve you at all. These people do not fucking deserve the kindness you give. And it's not fair that these people just, take advantage. They don't deserve your kindness. But I guess what the beautiful thing that comes out of this is learning that there are people out here that do deserve the amount of love that you can give, all the love that you can give. There are people out there that deserve your unconditional love, and there's people out there who do not. And those are the people you should protect yourself from. We have the Sun, which is a beautiful card. Very nice card to represent who you are as a person. Where the hell is this card? Okay, so I think you are someone who, it says the Sun is successful, birth, confident after passing through difficult times. You are literally someone who, you went through these difficult times, you passed through these difficult times, and you are like looking at this as a learning opportunity. You are seeing this, you are looking optimistic towards the future. You are still living with joy, still trying to live a happy life. You're still dedicated, finding the joy in the little things. You're still achieving, like nothing stops you. Like even though you face this very difficult time, you are not letting it stop you. You are not letting it control you. You are not giving it fuel and, control your life. What hurts you does not define you. And it's very beautiful because it's like you are very optimistic. And your path like illuminates with optimism and enthusiasm. It's like you may even like think too that it was almost like this could be something specific. If it doesn't resonate, ignore, but it says luck here, and it's like you feel lucky that you survived, that you were able to get through this, that you feel like luck is on your side, and that or you could be someone that is always looking at the positive side of things. Like you could also just believe that this was an accomplishment. This was an accomplishment. This was just to make you stronger. This was something that you can look back on and be proud to know that you were able to get through it. And this has made you just 10 times stronger and more an amazing, outstanding person. Some advice that your spirit guides would like to give you is the Magician, Alice in the Wonderland. You may like Alice in the Wonderland or watch Alice in the Wonderland. Wait, what is the... I've been looking for the Sun card. What is the Sun card? So specifically, it says Sun God Ra. That's the Pharaoh. And Egypt. Egyptian deity? So, okay, so if that maybe something you want to look up and maybe do some research about, may be beneficial. We have the Magician. So isn't the Magician number 1? Yeah, that's why I'm like, where is it? So the Fairy Godmother. Oh, maybe it's not Alice in the Wonderland. So this is the Fairy Godmother. We got the pumpkins here too, and the little mice. I think this is supposed to be the fairy godmother for Snow White. Oh, Cinderella, because she's with the one with the glass slipper, right? The magician is the helping hand. She has the ability to change raw materials into something wonderful and dreaming into doing. She is the only, but she is only the helping hand. It is up to you to be the protagonist, to use her support and moving forward to do the right thing. Originally, self-confidence, skill, a breakthrough, resourceful. I think something, a piece of advice I already know what this is trying to say. The piece of advice your spirit guides are trying to tell you is you can ask for help. More specifically, possibly a female position in your life for help. For example, maybe your mom, maybe your godmother, maybe a sister, maybe your female friend, maybe a female therapist, some sort of person who is here to support you and is someone that you can ask for help. They're here to help you, so don't be afraid to ask for help. They are the helping hand, and know that you are in your, no matter how much they can do to try to help you, it only will help if you're willing to help yourself. If you're willing to move forward, let go, and heal yourself. You have to be dedicated to move forward and not play the victim. I know this doesn't really talk about victim playing. Obviously, know that it is okay to mourn. It is okay to take the time you need. However much time you need, take it. But don't be stuck in there forever. You are not defined as the victim. You are not, you should not be defined as a victim for the rest of your life. You can change the name for yourself. You can move forward. This does not define you. This does not define you. And when you are ready to turn around and look at what you have, the cups, the beautiful things you have, and you're ready to mourn and let go of what you have lost and look at the things you have, is the time where you could find more happiness in your life, when you are ready to heal. And I think this is what your fairy godmothers would like to say. I think your fairy godmother is watching. Like she is watching above. She's like, hey girl, I know you are struggling. I know you're having a rough patch. Literally, rough patch with these pumpkins. Things are fucking wild in this, this situation here. But we love you. You're doing amazing. Keep moving. Keep pushing forward. And you'll get through it. No matter how many how many steps you take back, as long as you take a step forward, you will be able to achieve what it is you want. You can heal. No matter how much suffering you've gone through, you can always heal from it. I think you will also find more self-confidence in yourself as well. I think maybe in the past there may have been like a lack of confidence where you may have felt stuck in this because you felt like this was maybe all you were going to find, or this person was the only person that would ever love you. And in reality, that was so far from the truth. In reality, you are much more deserving of healthy love. You have so much love to give. Of course, there's a million people out there who are here to love you just the same and reciprocate that love. I think also with the fairy godmother, this could be a breakthrough, I think also seeking out resources. I think specifically like therapy. I really do think like this is giving me like therapy, like this like nice female therapist, because it says resourceful, and like this woman is here to help you heal. She's got the resources. She got the advice. She has the best stuff you could ever hear in your whole life, that could help you find happiness and feel happy with yourself, feel happy. Like, why would people not want to be happy in their life, you know? Like, why would you not seek out help to be happy? Like, there are some things that happen that you need help to uncover and heal from. Not everything you can heal. Not everything can be healed on your own. Yeah. So that is the advice I give with that. With the Five of Cups, definitely, I think forgiveness. Maybe it's difficult to find forgiveness. That could be the number one thing that I'm seeing. Forgiveness. You may struggle with finding forgiveness for this person because of how much they've hurt you. But know that hurt people hurt people. Forgiveness is not about them. Forgiveness is about you. I struggled a lot. I know I'm putting in my own 2 cents, and that might not be wanted, but a piece of advice that I've learned is that I always struggled with forgiving people. I was like, I would never give the person the time of day. I would never forgive this person because they've hurt me so bad, or this person doesn't deserve forgiveness. And those are the things I thought. But then I realized forgiveness is not about them. Forgiveness is about me and me being happy in order to move on and let go of this time of my life and to forget about this person, let go of this person, and move on and live a happier life. It's like these memories, it's like this person is still holding on to you, and it's not like physically they're there, but they're like mentally there. They're holding on to you. Something that you need to let go. Six of Cups is Six of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups in reverse. So what the future holds for you if you're able to finally do this. And then we have Two of Cups. Okay, so I think the future of this situation, because I wasn't quite very specific when I first shuffled this card out, and I feel like I was more specific with this card. I think in the future you will find a more healthier, authentic love with people, with whether it's friends or a romantic partner. I think specifically this is talking about a romantic partner. I think you will find more success in your romantic partners and more love, healthier relationship love when you seek out help. You could also possibly, this is like a really specific message. If it doesn't resonate, please do not take it. I know this might come off as a deep message, could be a little bit sensitive of a topic, but there could be some sort of trauma bonding you may be facing when you choose your partners. You may choose partners that hurt you purposely because maybe that's a way of harming yourself. Like, you purposely choose people who harm you and hurt you because you do not believe deep down that you deserve to be respected, you deserve to be authentically loved. And I believe once you find this like this healing. And once you're able to heal from this, you will find someone who will authentically love you and never hurt you and treat you with respect and kindness. I think also someone who is a mutual, they give you a full cup, you give them a full cup. It's like a mutual love. Someone who is here to mirror the love you give. Mutual effort. With the Six of Cups, some things you may face in the next near future. I think this may be before you find healing. I think something that this could be like a message maybe if you don't heal. And this is a message if you do. This could be something like maybe in the time of you like progressing, deciding whether it is you want to seek help or not. But I think with the Six of Coins, I almost said corn. The Six of Coins. You might struggle with taking advantage of people. So, the Six of Coins says, in reverse, abuse of power, scam, extortion, gullibility, greed. So this could be a message saying like, I want to put it here, so I'm going to. It's like, you could possibly be unhealed and you repress this trauma to the point where you feel like because someone hurt you, you feel like you need to hurt other people. Like I said, hurt people hurt people. If you do not heal this hurt, you will become just like them. You will hurt them, you will hurt others just as that person has hurt you. I think you may fall, this is a potential, you could possibly fall into abusive power. For example, needing to be a position of power, maybe very controlling, maybe domineering, maybe even when it comes to yeah, you catch my drift. And you also, another message could be you could still be gullible. You could still not be aware. You may not learn. If you do not heal, you will not learn. You may fall back into being gullible again and possibly being taken advantage of or falling for abusive power again. Or you may also fall into being greedy and needing relationships that, like, you end up becoming this person and this is someone else trying to heal you. You never want to get into, like, this is just a piece of advice, you never want to get into a relationship where you see the significant other is hurt and you're like, I'll heal them, I'll fix them. Boo-boo. If they do not want to heal, if they do not want to be fixed, they need to fix themselves. Number one piece of advice. But anyways, I feel like this card is just saying you will become this person and this is someone else trying to heal you. So best piece of advice is you want to, this is a possible potential. This doesn't mean this will happen. This is a possible potential if you do not heal. Okay, that is what I have for you. We're going to pull some messages, some other messages that your spirit guides would like to say. I know this is a deep one, but I really do believe that this has needed to be heard. My beautiful pile twos. I love you. You're amazing. You're doing amazing. Take time for yourself. Find the healing, love, and care you deserve. I know you may be tired. We have tired here. You could be very tired, possibly lacking motivation. Listen, take the time you need. Don't rush. Take the time you need. But at some point, do seek help. That's all that matters. When you are feeling ready, to take control of your life and guide yourself towards a better direction, do so. We have mute. You could possibly also be very, very quiet. Maybe you're not opening up to people. You're not expressing how you feel about anything. And I think this is the time to, don't trauma dump, of course. Like, if you feel, there are people, okay, I know that might have came off insensitive, so I apologize. I've learned that I tend to go to my friends, my loved ones a lot and just trauma dump. I tell them everything. I tell them all the things I dealt with. And I realized that they don't tell me most of the time what is right. They instead just validate my feelings, which it does help. It makes me feel better about the situation, but it does not heal the situation. And that is why we have professionals. These people know how to heal. So that's why I say sometimes telling people what you went through isn't always the best way to go about things. Obviously, they should be aware, they should know. It's okay to also tell people what you're going through. But also know that if they don't want to hear it, or if they can't handle listening to it, you can't make them do something they don't want to do. You know, they're just not the person to go to when it comes to your issues. Maybe there's other people that are better fit, that will listen to you, that will hear you out, that will give you, like, you know, validation, or is here to support you and here to love you, here to listen. Listen, my love, you could always comment in my comment section. Let me know what you're going through. I bet there's a whole community out there that may be going through the same thing as you. Whoever is watching Pile 2 as well with you may also be dealing with something similar. And maybe you guys could, you know, this is a community. Write down what you feel like. I'm here to listen. Write down what you are dealing with. Like, if there is no one else to listen, I want you to know that I'm here to listen. And even if there are people out there that are here to listen, I'm still here to listen. I'm still here to hear you out. I don't mind it. And I'm here to support you as well. Okay, let's see what else. 1, 2. Okay, we have lazy. You could possibly be feeling very lazy right now, and maybe feeling lazy not seeking out help, or not going to something just because you could be feeling lazy or just unmotivated. And like I said, give yourself the time to heal, to let your heart give your heart the time. Like, I know crying, when you cry so hard and you feel so much hurt, it's like your heart literally hurts. Like, trust me, I understand. I know that pain. But give yourself time to let your heart heal. And when you are ready, go out and seek that help. Literally, like, I'm not sponsored, but literally go. It's so easy to get someone to get a professional. Like, literally, we have Better Health. That's where I seek my therapy. I literally have a therapist on there, and I do it every week. I talk to a therapist. It's also a woman. She's so nice. She cares so much. She listens. She lets me speak. She's very supportive, and maybe that's something you need as well. 2, 3. We have guilty. You may also feel a lot of guilt in the future, which also may not be resolved. Like, I think this is for the 6 of coins, like potential future if you do not seek help. You may fall into like severe guilt. Like, you may blame yourself. You may blame that, feel guilty for a mistake you may have made, or that you blame yourself for the reason to why this all happened. And listen, you're not the reason. First off, don't blame yourself. Secondly, if you even made a mistake, it was not the main reason to why this failed. This person may have picked this tiny little mistake you made and explode it out of proportions to make you the reason to why it failed. And listen, don't blame yourself. Don't feel overly guilty. You are human. You make mistakes. It is okay. I think if you do not heal, you'll still hold on to this excessive guilt. And I think this beautiful godmother is here to help you. She's here to help to let go of this guilt, the pain. All right. For some other piece of advice. 1, 2, 3. We have listen to others' opinions doesn't mean you have to take them. So if people are giving you, for example, me, I'm giving advice, doesn't mean you have to take them. Also, your family, your friends, whoever this person is, just because people give you advice doesn't mean you have to take them. You are your own person. You have your own identity. You have your own way of thinking. You have your own beliefs. You have your own opinions. You are more than capable of deciding what you believe and what you don't believe. Just because someone gives their 2 cents and is like, hey, maybe you should do this, doesn't mean you have to do it. You have your own mind to make and decide whether that's an opinion you want to take. You are your own person. You are your own identity. 2, 3. Be open-minded. This regression might not be that bad of an option. So I think this is a piece of advice for, like, you could be very open-minded and, like, you see this failed, like, this hardships, these pains as this, and, like, this separation as the best option. That was the best option for you. And you see this as a learning experience. You see this, you keep a positive mind on it, open mind that this was the best decision for you to leave this. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we have favorite food. Maybe something that will help you, love, is eating that favorite food. Maybe you're crying, maybe you're really sad, and maybe go out, treat yourself, go get that special meal that you love. Whatever it is, do not care. If it's junk food, who cares? As long as you don't do it too much, and you know, this is something to make you happy, to cheer you up. Go get that favorite food, love. You got it. Treat yourself. 2, 3. We also have passionately talking. You may also find a loved one, a lover that may be very passionate and likes to passionately talk to you. Like, maybe they text you a lot, or someone who just, like, reminds you throughout the day how much they love you. Very beautiful. Okay, I think that's all I have for you, Pile 2. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a like and consider subscribing. and I'll see you in one of my next ones. Bye! Hello, my beautiful pile 3. If you chose the Sun card in the Eternal Visions Tarot deck, this will be your reading on what is some advice that your spirit guides have for you. Also, if you chose the 3rd thumbnail, this will be your reading. Okay, so first we are going to talk a little bit about the past. So I'm going to pull 2 cards to talk about your past. What about your past is influential in this situation that may be needing to be discussed for us to understand this story or this message a little bit better. So we're going to pull 2. 1, 2. Okay, so they gave us 2 cards. Perfect. So I'm going to pull this one like that. So we have 6 of Pentacles and we have the 9 of Swords. Possible nightmares. We have 6 of Pentacles, which I think is... Okay, we'll think a little bit more into that. Okay, so the next one we have is you. Something specific about you to help us better understand what this message is trying to talk about. How you may be acting or something specific that how you are feeling or being that could help us understand this story. 2, 3. Knight of Cups. Okay. 3 of Pentacles. This is supposed to be possible advice. Wait, this is the possible advice that they want to say. It's 3 of Pentacles. Possible advice. What is the advice pile 3 needs to know now? 2, 3. Page of Wands. And then lastly, what is the future if they were to follow your advice? 1, 2. We got Ace of Swords. New beginning towards communication could possibly be that message. 1, 2, 3. And then we have 5 of Pentacles. Okay. My beautiful pile 3s. So what do we have here for you today? So let's move these over a bit. I don't know why I always do that. We have 6 of Pentacles in reverse. I just thought, because of the way I like gapped it, this may be over a long span of time. Like, this will take a lot of time to get to this one, and this one will take a lot of time to get to this one. I don't know why that just popped into my head, but that could be something. So in reverse, we have selfishness, greed, cruelty, and judgment. And then we have 9 of Swords. Also, that's on page 33, so the number 33 could be significant. We have 9 of Swords. Objectivity. I'm sorry. Perception, recovery, revelation in reverse. So that's good. So in the past, I think there could have been some cruelty and judgment that you were wrongfully given, and you may have perceived it as cruelty and judgment. And I think what the 9 of Swords is saying is that this was your perception of those things. For example, someone who has hurt you, right? Or the best way I could give it is that someone maybe criticized you. For example, they said, oh, you're some sort of insecurity. For example, like, oh, your eyes look weird, or your lips look weird, or your nose is big, or you have too many freckles, or is that a mole, or just like some sort of like judgment that someone may have given you in the past, or maybe a lot of people give you a lot of judgment in the past, and maybe you perceived this all as cruelty and judgment, but now you may be looking at it more of in a new perspective, that you are now creating like, and that may have affected you a lot, because that could have been something you were already insecure about, and that's why it hurt you just as much. Like, it hurt you very, like, a lot. It hurt you a lot, and that's why it was held on to. It was like this was an insecurity that you already had, and this person just pointed it out. And you may have perceived it as cruelty. Like they were cruel to you. These people bullied you. These people made fun of you. Like maybe these literally people here, you saw yourself as the victim, and you saw yourself as someone who was bullied. And I think now you may be seeing a new side to things. You may be perceiving things differently, and now you're seeing it as a new perspective of, this was something that I was already insecure about, and that's why it hurt me so much, and that's why I wasn't strong enough for myself. So every little thing that someone told me, I let it get to my heart. I let it hurt me deeply. I let it hurt me. I let it get to my heart, and now you're perceiving it as whatever people say has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. You are creating a new perspective, a new way of thinking, and you're seeing things differently now. These people who have judged you, or you may have saw were cruel to you in the past, it all had nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. They picked on you because they were insecure about the same thing. They are also insecure. They hate themselves so much that they need to put someone else down, and they need to make fun of. They need to hurt someone else's feelings. And now you're going through this revelation of knowing, if you feel full enough in yourself, if you feel whole, this little comment, this little stupid remark will just slide right off your shoulder like it's nothing. Because you know that your opinion and validation is the only opinion and validation that matters. Whether it's your family, your friends, whoever, the people that love you the most are usually the ones that hurt you the most, because they give you these unwarranted opinions. Their opinions don't even matter. The only opinion and validation that matters is your own. And that's a new perspective that you could possibly, a new perspective you are thinking of. This also kind of reminds me of the whole topic of cognitive distortion. I don't want to ever push on my, I feel like it's just relative to the story, so I'm going to say it. If it upsets you, just leave. But I feel like this could relate to cognitive distortion. The reason why I say that is because something that I'm learning in therapy is, my therapist brought up cognitive distortion. It's like your perspective on things are wrong. Like, you are perceiving things in a certain way, and you are only collecting evidence that pertains to that cognitive distortion. For example, let's say you have an insecurity about your weight, or an insecurity about your lip, or an insecurity about something about you. And there's someone here that makes you feel like crap about it, right? It's like, oh my God, you look so heavy. Oh, you know, and it's always from a person that's also like not like someone who's overweight, or someone who also is like, it's always the comments from those people, I swear. But anyways, they are like, oh, you're not looking too good, blah, blah, blah. They're always like giving these comments. And then there's another person out there that tells you, you look beautiful, you look gorgeous, you look skinny, you look fantastic, you are amazing just the way you are. And, or even literally tells you like that the way you look is literally amazing and you are the perfect shape. You are literally the perfect shape. And it's like between the two people, because you have this insecurity and this perspective that you are heavy, or that you are, not the perfect body type, you will not listen to the person who tells you you have the right body type. And you will only listen to the person that tells you you are overweight, that tells you that you're not looking too hot, or that you look fat or something. You don't listen to the person that tells you you look beautiful. You listen to the person that told you that you looked fat. You only take that evidence. You only allow those comments to influence you. And you not even acknowledge the comments of, you look beautiful, you look the perfect shape, you are literally perfect. You just don't even take those. And that's like a cognitive distortion. It's like you are only taking the evidence that reinforces your insecurity, your cognitive distortion. I know I went on a rant with that, but I feel like that applies with this past you may have faced. Maybe you are changing that perspective now, something you are reflecting on. I think here, something specific about you, of possibly something specific in this message they're trying to say, is the Two of Swords in reverse, which is fear, confusion, conflict, or overwhelmed. You could be I just said constantly. You could be constantly feeling overwhelmed, like recently, but I think more specifically, like now you could be feeling overwhelmed, and there could be possible conflict that you're dealing with. You could be dealing with making a decision. There's kind of like a dilemma. You have two decisions to make. It could be something to do with someone who is a Knight of Cups, a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. So you may be like feeling overwhelmed with this person, or just feeling like you have to make a decision with this person. You could also possibly be feeling a lot of fear about this connection, a lot of confusion, not really knowing what to do or what to decide or which direction to go. And it's kind of like you're blindfolding yourself and not allowing yourself to really see the decisions you may have to make in the future. It's kind of like you're just ignoring it for now. The Knight of Cups, to be more descriptive of who the Knight of Cups could be, the Knight of Cups is someone who's in reverse. It says boastfulness, jealousy, disappointment, egotism. So this person could possibly be someone who's possibly feeling jealous right now. Maybe jealous of you, jealous of something in their life. Maybe they are just feeling a little bit jealousy, maybe they're a jealous person. If that doesn't resonate, they could also possibly be someone who's a little bit egotistical, someone who is has a lot of ego, like they need an ego death because the only thing that protects them is their ego. Like they're very like their ego is crippling, so it's like they have this humongous ego to like reciprocate and protect them, because they're like they're so fragile. It's like any little comment affects them, and their ego is like, they immediately get really sensitive and like hurt, so they attack with their ego, and that's maybe why they're jealous. If that doesn't resonate, they could just be someone who you maybe feel a little bit disappointed with that connection, or maybe they may be feeling disappointed with this connection as well. So take it how it resonates. There's like 3 different options with that. And then the piece of advice that your spirit guides want to give you is the 3 of Pentacles. What the fuck is the 3 of Pentacles? Upright is success, collaboration, solution, and confidence. And then we have Page of Wands. With the Page of Wands, we have enthusiasm, travel, creativity, exploration. So I think something that your spirit guides want to mention to you is success in collaborations, in working together with others, working in groups, and your solution is coming your way soon. So keep doing what you're doing. I think whatever solution or whatever situation, it will come to you. It will find its way to you. I don't think you really got to worry too much about it right now. I think you still, success is coming your way. And I think more specifically, something that you can do is possibly work more in collaborations, like working with your friends, or maybe hanging out with your friends, or maybe indulging yourself a little bit in work, working, following your passions rather than worrying too much about the situation right now. I think definitely your career is what's most important right now. I think also focusing more on yourself and rather this connection, and just like finding more confidence in yourself, maybe presenting, maybe it's like you need to like present or talk more with others in order to improve your communication skills, or just like find more confidence in yourself. You may also travel, or be traveling more in the future, exploring, being more creative. Maybe this is telling you to start being more creative, start hanging out with your friends, start finding time to explore the world, explore your horizons, go literally do what it is you want, whatever creative passion you are interested in, go after it, go do it, have fun, live your life, enjoy the time you have, be creative, be passionate, go after whatever passion you are interested in. And then finally, the future of this situation, we have the Ace of Swords, which is a new beginning in communication. I think this is like a new beginning in confidence. I think that's what that message is really trying to say. A new beginning in confidence. You will be more confident, finding more confidence. With the Ace of Swords, we have focus, clarity, victory, and inspiration. You will become successful. I think there isn't a decision you have to make. I think it will come to you. This is the best thing you could do right now, is live your life. Go with the flow, live your life, make the moments the best you can, and success will come to you. This victory, this crown will come to you. You will also find more focus. You won't be so confused. You won't have such clouded judgment. The clouds will clear on its own, just like the weather. You can't control the weather. The clouds will clear on its own. You will find clarity. I think you will also find more inspiration. Maybe this creative journey you will take will bring more inspiration towards you. And then lastly, we have the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords represents isolation, poverty, poor health and insecurity. So something in the future you may want to steer clear from. This could be just a possible future you may face, is if you don't start if you don't start pursuing this endeavor of like your creativity, you may fall into isolation. You also, some other message possibly in the future is you may struggle with poor health, like maybe something specific is like the way you're eating isn't the best, and possibly improving on that could help. Like maybe if you have a passion for cooking, maybe there's a way that you can, enjoy this creative passion and do something that also benefits you. It talked about poor health. You may also face something in the future of your poor health, like you may struggle with that in the future, and that might just be a message. Maybe make sure you go on your checkups. You go to your checkups, check out with the doctor as much as you can. Like every year, go get checked up at the doctors so they can see if, and warn you and let you know something ahead of time with your health. Also, that might not even be what this card is meant to say. For some of you, it could, but if it doesn't resonate, I mean, you might not even know if it resonates or not, but it may not even be a message for you, so don't worry so much about this. It could also just be meaning possible insecurity. There could be possible insecurity in the future, specifically with someone. Maybe this is a message about this dilemma, and it's saying like you could possibly have insecurity about this situation if you continue to worry about this and not continue and find confidence in yourself. Okay, so let's pull some messages, and that will be it. Pile 3. Okay, what are some messages that your spirit guides would like to tell you, pile 3? 1, 2, 3. We have talking with a friend. There could have been some friends maybe in the past that have caused you to think a certain way and have certain insecurities. Also, this could just be a message saying right now you're talking with a friend. I almost just put this away. Let's get some more messages. 1, 2, 3. We have, they won't ever understand no matter how much you explain it. Maybe there's a certain person in your life that might be holding you back a bit. And this is saying like, no matter how, like for example, if they're the jealousy, the egotistical person, no matter how much you explain to them something, they're never going to understand it. And they are not someone you need in your life. If that resonates, please take it. They also may be the reason to why you may feel insecure in the future. But if it doesn't resonate, ignore it. 2, 3. Why am I so boring to people? Maybe you feel like your friends find you boring, and that could be a cognitive distortion. Maybe that's a cognitive distortion right there. You may be feeling like, oh, people find me boring just because this one person said that you were boring, and you don't listen to all the people that do tell you that how exciting and how fun you are to hang out with, and you're only listening to the people that, that don't listen or that may say that you're boring. Who cares? That's a cognitive distortion. There is more evidence that you aren't. We have talking about this person 24/7. There could be someone in your life that maybe is an air sign that you may talk about a lot, and maybe you need to stop talking about them and start talking about yourself and what you are looking to pursue in your life. Okay. 1, 2. Oh, we have future discussion. So there may be a future discussion about this, whatever is might be eating you up at night. Possible something of your past. Maybe there was some sort of hurt in your past with a friend that you haven't healed from, and maybe this is saying like you may have a future discussion with your friend about it. More specifically about being fake, maybe that might heal you from this situation. We have goofy vibes. This person could be very goofy. They may laugh a lot. They may joke around a lot. They may be a goofball. We have understand other people's views, not just your own. I feel like we're getting a lot of message from the previous pile. So this is kind of like saying you have your own perspectives, but also try to understand how other people see things as well. Just because this person may not ever understand how much you explain something doesn't mean that the way you see things is right and the way they see things is wrong. Obviously, it depends on what the situation is, of course. For example, like if you're constantly saying, I don't like to be disrespected, and this person's like, oh, I don't understand, and continues to disrespect you, then that's a situation that you're like, okay, obviously I'm getting the fuck out of this situation, and you have your own ability to realize and see like what you want in a relationship is not that. But for example, if it is opinion, like if it's some sort of opinion-based thing where they have their own opinions, for example, something that's like, you know, controversial or just something that like people could have different opinions about, doesn't mean that your opinion is right and their opinion is wrong. That could be also something specific with like a friend, future discussion, like maybe that was something related. 1, 2. Okay, and then we have favorite show. So maybe there's a favorite show that you watch with this person that you may talk about. And also something it says learning to say no could be specific, like learning to say no to this person, maybe for some of you. If it doesn't resonate, ignore it. But we have favorite show. Maybe you need to watch your favorite show, or maybe you will end up having a favorite show in the future that might be significant and may help you, like teach you things. It might have like lessons in the show for what you're dealing with. Let's pull some career cards, because I feel like it is necessary. And then we could pull some love cards too. And then we're going to move on to the next pile. So let's see. I saw take it slow. That could definitely be a message. Like I said, I think there's a lot of space between this. A lot of space. That could be maybe space between you and this person. 1, 2, 3. It doesn't have to be though. We have really happy to work here. You maybe had a job or some sort of school, like maybe like going to school made you really happy, or working at a certain place made you very happy. Maybe that's just a message that your spirit guides are saying, like maybe you'll find in the future a workplace that will make you very happy to work there. 2, 3. We have, I want to expand my knowledge. Maybe you're looking forward to expanding your knowledge, learning new things, as well as possibly them as well. Finding respect. I think needing to respect yourself and realizing your worth and what you deserve. And then we have working 2 jobs. You may possibly work 2 jobs in the future. So finding respect could be like you need to learn to love yourself in order to have people respect you, because you teach people the way that they should love you. So for example, if you're dating someone and you constantly do not set boundaries, or if you do set boundaries and this person is constantly disrespecting you, then you have the knowledge of your worth to know that what might be best for you is to leave. Or if they, or what is best for you is to set this boundary and let them know that they should not be disrespecting you like this. Okay, we'll pull like 2 loved ones and then I think we'll be done. Okay, 1, 2, 3. What are some love messages that maybe isn't in love with you? Okay, so I think this person, or maybe this person in the past, I don't know, take it how it resonates, but I don't think this person is in love with you. 1, 2, 3. Wants to cuddle. They could be addicted. Like, supposedly cuddling could become addictive because, like, literally, is it dopamine? Or, like, endorphins are released or something when you cuddle, and it's, like, cuddling can become very codependent and, like, addictive. So maybe that's something related to your connection with this person. 2, 3. We keep seeing respect yourself. Okay, girl. I really think that this is a message for you. It says find respect yourself twice on top. I think you should, if this person is the one causing all this trouble, I think this is a message to leave them for sure. But if this person does not respect you, that is an immediate indicator to leave this person. We have, they could also be sexually attracted to you. Obviously, because you're hot as hell. Okay. Those are all the cards I got for you. But it doesn't mean that they're in love with you. Just because someone is sexually attracted to you doesn't mean that they're in love with you. Alright, that is all I have for you, pile 3. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a like and consider subscribing. I would really like to hear what you have to say in the comments, so let me know if this resonated or what's your story. I'd really appreciate it, or I'd be interested in hearing. So, thank you so much, and I'll see you in one of my next ones. Bye! Hello, my beautiful pile 4s. If you chose this sun card, this will be your reading on what advice your spirit guides have for you. So we are going to shuffle your cards on camera. Just to get messages pertaining to you. So the first 2 cards I'm going to pull are going to be about your past, because I feel like the past is always necessary to learn. And also, it might pertain to something your spirit guide may want to share with you. It may be important, so I think it'd be best to include some cards about it. So we're going to pull 2 cards for your past. So, 1, 2, 3. We got the 8 of Pentacles, working hard. I know that card is talking about working hard. And we have the 7 of Swords as well as 5 of Wands for your past. Your past may be significant, very significant about what they may want to say. So next row, we're going to pull 2 cards, Jesus, to represent you. Something specific about you. We'll take the Magician. One, 2, 3. We got the 3 of Swords in reverse. A very similar message as the other piles. Recovery from heartbreak. We had this card come out, I think, in pile 2. 1, 2, in the same placement as well, I believe. Oh wait, no, that was the past. Interesting. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is supposed to represent what you need to know right now, what your spirit guides are trying to tell you. We have Ace of Pentacles. And we have Page of Wands in reverse. And then what is the future if you were to hear their advice and listen to their advice? Hold on. These cards are flip-flopping all over the goddamn place. 1, 2, 3. So we have 7 of Pentacles. And we also have King of Cups, but I'm going to take that. Because it wasn't really like on its own. It was with a whole bunch of other cards. 2, 3. So I think this card. We have Page of Swords. Okay. Now let's see. Something very specific about you. If it doesn't resonate, ignore it. But this could be a very specific message. You could like poetry. The reason why I say that is because we have a little like poetry in the bottom of these cards. All right. So, let's talk about the past. What about your past is significant towards their message, the message they want to give you? Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. It says in the little description, the little poetry section, it says, there's 6 up here and 1 down there, and this is 1, and this one makes 8. To get these right, I'll work all night. They'll start to look great. 8 of Pentacles is apprenticeship, repetition, task, mastery, and skill development. Okay. You're working hard, and this is also another message, like, the more you do it, the better you get. You're starting to become you're starting to develop skill and mastery at whatever it is you're pursuing. And the more you repeat the task, the better you get at it. You could also be very repetitive. It could be very repetitive, like you're constantly like doing the same thing over and over again in this work. Or whatever this situation is could be very repetitive. For the 7 of Swords, something more specific about the past. Let's see what else the past is trying to tell us. What about the past? 7 of Swords, it said? Yes, in reverse. Imposter syndrome, self-deceit, and keeping secrets. And then we have 5 of Wands, which is inner conflict, conflict avoidant. Oh, wait, no, it's upright. Conflict, disagreement, competition, tension, diversity. So, with this message, there could have been a lot of deceit, a lot of conflict in the past, like a lot of deception. If this has to do with love, I think this might be a love message. It's saying, it may not even be a love message. It could just be like you with other people, for example. Like you may have faced a lot of deceit, a lot of people deceiving you. You could also possibly been someone in the past, maybe, that would deceive others. It says, where's the 7? It says imposter syndrome, self-keeping secrets. Okay, so this is you. You may have played the imposter. I just thought of Among Us. But like, you could have acted like you were somebody else. You played an imposter, like you would always not be yourself. Maybe put on a mask. You could also possibly been someone in the past to keep a lot of secrets. Maybe you kept a lot of secrets, and self-deceit is like, you may have also gaslit yourself. Like you like deceive yourself when it came to certain things. Maybe specifically about whatever it is that you're mastering, This could be like relationships. You're mastering a relationship or learning how to master a relationship. And you're working hard. You worked hard through this. And you could have been someone that maybe self-deceit, where it was like maybe you can try to convince yourself that this past person was good for you or something, or that you were in the right or that they were in the wrong, or vice versa. You could have also kept a lot of secrets in the past, maybe. And the Five of Wands is also talking about you fought tooth and nail with competition. You faced a lot of conflict, a lot of disagreements, a lot of tension. And this is all things that you faced. Like, these are just like to get specific on the things you worked on in order to master whatever skill, whatever this is, whether it's a relationship or career or hobby or something. These are like the things you faced, and this is what you faced in order to get to this mastery, this hard work. It was a lot of hard work to get through this. I think this specific may come up in future messages. So who you are as a person, we have the Magician and Three of Swords. So let's look at the Three of Swords since we're right next to it. It's in reverse. Okay, the Three of Swords could be someone, you could be someone who's very negative, like you say a lot of negative self-talk, maybe you're very hard on yourself. You could also, if that doesn't resonate, you could also just be releasing a lot of pain you faced in the past. Like whatever this conflict was, constant conflict, or this self-deceit, this pain you faced. And you could be releasing it, finding possibly forgiveness for yourself. I think that's a big message. Forgiving yourself for maybe keeping secrets or being this imposter. Forgiving yourself. And being a little bit more optimistic. Finding more optimism in life. The Magician is a pretty good message. And the Magician represents someone who is masterful, resourceful, strategic. When you want to make things happen, you turn into the Magician. He knows how to use all the tools at his disposal to find a creative solution to challenging solutions. You don't let anything get in your way. Like, you are always finding solutions on how to fix things, and how to continue to progress on things. Like, you are the master. You're very resourceful, very strategic. You're like a problem solver. The Magician is a high achiever and is typically very successful at what he puts his mind to. You're very successful. You're very hardworking. You put your mind to it and you don't give up. He increases his manifesting power when he is crystal clear about his why, and when he aligns his goals and actions with his highest good. One message I think that your spirit guides might try to remind you is always ask yourself why. Why are you pursuing this? Why are you putting so much hard work into this? What is it that you are trying to achieve? Why? Figure out every time you put effort into something, ask yourself why. Why am I putting all this effort in? And this is to help you get crystal clear on your goals and what aligns you with your highest good. If you feel like something is not aligning with your highest good, do not put effort into it. It also says his personality may also be someone who has an affinity with law of attraction principles and is known for his manifestation superpowers. You could be someone that is great at manifesting what it is you want in life. For example, you put your mind to a career, you get it. You put your mind to a certain relationship, that's what you achieve. Like, you go and get it. You're a great manifester. Maybe you think a lot about a certain thing and it's like you're able to manifest it into your life. You know those people who can manifest all kinds of abundance? They are magicians. You're literally like a magician. Like, you literally can fucking make things appear out of nowhere. And that's literally like money specifically. Or like, you could be like a creator too. Like, you are able to create things out of thin air. Literally. Some piece of advice specifically that your spirit guides want to say that might be informing us onto why they brought these things up is you could have possibly had a loss of opportunity, maybe when it came to whatever it is you're mastering. And it was all because you lacked the planning and the foresight of the situation. The Page of Wands represents, in reverse, newly formed ideas, redirecting energy, self-limiting beliefs, and a spiritual path. So I feel like this message is very similar to Pile 1, I believe. You may want to check out Pile 1. But it was like, it's basically saying like, you may have lost a possible opportunity of some sort of financial situation, and you may beat yourself up about it because you may be sad, like, oh, like, you may also create self-limiting beliefs like, oh, I'll never find another career like this, or I won't ever find another opportunity like this. And you may limit yourself and start to limit, maybe create self-limiting beliefs just because this one thing didn't work out. And this is saying, like, just because one thing doesn't work out for you means that is not meant for you. If it's not in your life, it is not meant for you. If it leaves, it is not meant for you. The Page of Wands, I think, is trying to enforce that you need to redirect your energy and not be so focused on what you lost and this lack of opportunity, and start to plan for a new idea and a new path for your life. I think creating new ideas, like, I think you're always quickly to problem solve and be like, oh, like, if this, like, for example, you have a blockage, you have something getting in your way, something, causing you to feel stuck, you find a way to solve this problem very easily. You create a ladder to climb over this blockage, this wall. And it's like saying, this is what you need to do again with this lack of this career. Like, you lost this possible opportunity for your finances, but you have a greater potential for something else that you need to redirect your energy towards. You also need to find new creative ideas, because now that this wall is up, right? This wall, literally labeled self-limiting beliefs and lack of opportunity or lost opportunity, you need to create an idea to get over this. Create another ladder. Create a spaceship. Create this thing to get over this hump. Think of new ideas in order to move past this. There's always another way. There's always another path. Don't let this stop you. I think this is really what it's trying to say. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. I know I talked very abstract about that with metaphors. So lastly, in the future of this situation, we have the Seven of Pentacles, which is, in reverse, lack of long-term vision, limited success or reward. And then we have the Page of Swords, which is new ideas, curiosity, thirst of knowledge, new ways of communicating. So I think with these two different things here is like, these are two different options, two different paths. If you want to stay feeling stuck and frustrated on this lack of foreplanning and lack of opportunity, do so. But if that's what you want, but you're going to have in the future limited reward and success, and you will constantly continue to have this lack of foresight and lack of planning for the future, and or you can plan ahead better, possibly need to plan ahead better, plan what it is you want in 5 years, remind yourself the why do you put all this effort into this, remind yourself the goal and the vision you have for the future, write out what your goal is in 5 years. Write what your goal is in 1 month. Write your goal is in 10 years. Let yourself know your goal. Remind yourself your goal constantly. Plan ahead. I think you could have had an issue in the past, like I said, where you struggled planning ahead, and maybe the reason why this fell out of your sight and out of your grasp is because of the lack of planning, right? And now it's saying, if you do not learn from this and, let it go and realize that this is just not meant for you and that there's something else better for you, this is just a lesson to learn, and start to plan better ahead, you will become this Page of Swords, someone who's curious of life, someone who has a thirst for knowledge, always looking to learn, always looking to problem solve, get better and achieve more and plan ahead. I think also you'll have great new ideas, constantly creating new ideas for yourself, pursuing these ideas, and not letting one failed idea to hold you back or lost opportunity hold you back. You also may find new ways of communicating, communicating to yourself, telling yourself, how do you see the next couple years? Planning ahead, you're telling yourself, you're communicating with yourself how you see the future. And maybe that's even with other people as well. You tell people what you want to do in the future. You find new ways of communicating that. Okay. Let's do some messages. What are some things your spirit guides would like to tell you? Pile 4. I'm going to try to shuffle these pretty good because I feel like a lot of the same messages keep coming out. And I'm sick of it. Okay. One more. Shuffle one more time. I want new messages, please. Fuck. Sorry about that. This bitch ass folded. Sorry. Okay. Some messages. What are some messages your spirit guides would like to tell you? A piece of advice. 2, 3. I keep getting the same message. Passionately talking. In reverse. 1. Okay, we also have talking with a friend. Again, this message came out already. We also have growing friendships. Maybe this is talking about your situation with friends. Maybe how you deal with other people could be what you are mastering. Your friendships, your partnerships. 1, 2, and maybe a lack of opportunity with a certain person that may be an earth sign. We have down to do everything. Maybe realizing that maybe being down to do everything isn't always the best. You can say no to certain things. 2, 3, maybe that's a message. We have balancing, being on both sides. Maybe finding more balance to your life. It came in reverse. So this could also be the opposite, maybe finding more contrast. It's easy to say yes, say no, like I said. Well, it also came out, so I definitely think this was a message for you. Not needing to say yes to everything. It's okay to say no too. We also have bitchiness attitude. There could have been possibly, you may be being a little bit more bitchy, which is a good thing. Like, this is the good aspects of that. It's like you are starting to respect yourself more and not letting, you're taking yourself more serious and you're being selfish and you're sticking up for yourself and you're not letting these people, whoever the fuck, ruin your day or walk all over you. You're like sticking up for yourself. And people may call you bitchy, but like, fuck them. Because you're not being a bitch, you're sticking up for yourself. 2, 3. Don't assume because you make an ass out of me and you. There could be something that you're assuming, and it's saying don't assume. And then lastly, we have 1, 2, 3. Becoming better at communicating with others. Like I said, definitely what I said, like being able to talk better with others. Communicate how you feel, communicating what's going on in your life. I think definitely how you feel and being more vulnerable. And also more compassionate, possibly, could help when it comes to communicating with others. Okay. Let's pull some career ones, and then we could pull some love messages as well. Let's give us some messages that we haven't seen before. I'd really appreciate it. I'm going to shuffle this 3 times so you could see. I'm shuffling it a lot. Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. We have children are expensive. Again, that fucking card came out. So this could just be a message saying like, listen, children are expensive. Maybe you need to wear protection. That could be something like you need to wear protection. Be careful. 2, 3. I'm jealous of your work efforts. There could be someone that maybe is jealous of your work efforts, like how much of a hard worker you are. I want to expand my knowledge, learn more. So do I, love. 2, 3. Addicted to my phone. You may need to find more space away from your phone because you'll have more time to do other things that could benefit you. All right, we're going to do some love messages. What are some love messages that may help you? All right. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we got gift giving, love language. You could be someone who gives, buys people things. That could be your love language, or there could be someone significant to this reading that has that love language. 3. We have stalks you. There could be someone who is jealous of your work ethic that actually stalks you as well. 1, like just pays attention to when you post or pays attention to your posts. 2, 3. We have respect yourself in reverse. I definitely think also there's someone that needs to respect themselves. There could be someone here that isn't respecting you and you need to set better boundaries with this person or maybe walk away from this connection. We have is a fire sign again. Whoever is watching this and has watched the entire video and has possibly talking to a fire sign, I think this is a sign you may need to leave them because I keep getting this respect yourself. You need to respect yourself. So, or maybe just set better boundaries with this fire sign. Maybe not even leaving, but just setting better boundaries. And if you feel like they get defensive and you can't set better boundaries, then that is a message for you that this person is not here for you to respect you. They are here to disrespect you. So that means leave. Okay. Thank you so much, pile 4. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I saw 4 for 4 twice. Let me get a 4 for 4 beat. All right. If you enjoyed this reading, please give it a like and consider subscribing. Love you. Felt like that needed to be said. And you are doing amazing, sweetie. And I'll see you in one of my next ones.